Oh, yes.
And it's finally here. Pokemon Legends EA has brought us new Mega Evolutions on the field. And as you can tell by the fact that there's still no sprite for both the Starmie and the Mega Starmie that we're going to cover today, I am recording this very early. But seeing all the memes about Starmie, seeing how Mega Starmie is, I could not start immediately. Like, this Pokemon may be underwhelming in some parts of the design, but the meme potential is so there that I ended up like I will never say no to a fun-looking Pokemon. But fun may not last as long as we want, because Mega Starmie has the stats to be one of the strongest Pokemon of this game. The current season that will unleash with Pokemon Champions. Now, unfortunately, at the time of the recording, we still do not have the abilities, because these abilities are the exact same as base Starmie. Once the abilities will get officially released, I will probably pin the comment with the ability and giving my impression with the overall combo of the ability. Now, let's go to the most obvious part. Now, we should all start thinking at level 50. You can see that Mega Starmie stats. I don't even know where to start. Okay, for the new people, HP in Mega Evolutions never change. That is up until now. They never change because it will be pretty weird gameplay wise. They already did Dynamax and Gigamax to change the HP when for changes. Same thing with Terrapagos, so they're not going to do probably that I know of. Their defenses are actually pretty decent. 60 HP is not too much, like you reach an interesting amount, but you'd have to invest a lot in the HP. And by the look of these stats, it's not what you wanna do. It's totally not what you're gonna do, because 120 speed is a lot of speed. Let me just put a jolly nature on this creature just to show you that at max speed it's 189. Now, for reference, 120 is usually the speed of Pokemon such as God, God, or one of the current strongest Pokemon in Regulation H, being Sneasler or Inteleon, that didn't properly see too much play, but it did sometimes. Minior, it's 1 point faster than Horimoon, and unlike Sneasler, Mega Starmie doesn't suffer from Psychic type attacks because it's Psychic type itself. Now, speed is the most important stat of the entire game. It decides where you go during the turn, so you can take out threats faster or lower the HP of an opposing Pokemon before the opposing Pokemon may perhaps take you out first, unless Sucker Punch is involved. At that point, this Pokemon, I don't think it may resist. I will probably put some calculation from like a King Gambit with max attack and black glasses on the Starmie, but if we're talking about a Pokemon like King Gambit or my favorite Pokemon Mawile with the Mega Evolution back, Sucker Punch is a staple of Mega Mawile, so that may be one of the most common calculations you may run. But aside from that, aside from priorities that can absolutely be fixed via Tsarina, with Queenly Majesty, Farigiraf or a Psychic Terrain, this is not a problem. It can be solved. Now, the most important part, the attacks. As you can see, the offensive stats, let me remove the nerf, let me remove all the numbers, are very high in both senses. Now, the last time we had a Pokemon with both good special attack and physical attack, we ended up having Mega Salamence. Now, Mega Salamence, it's a 2-time world champion, meaning that having the same exact speed as Mega Salamence, as you can see, and very similar offensive stats, if anything, the special attack is even higher, but Salamence kinda compensate with the physical attack, but overall the stats are there and the bulk is pretty much similar. You have basically a Mega Salamence that doesn't suffer Fairy or Ice, which shakes the entirety of the metagame around. Water is a very good type, Psychic is an amazing offensive type. Now, we gotta look for Starmie's attacks, because we still don't have we still do not have the moves officially, so we don't know if this Pokemon actually got anything new. No. Last time we saw Starmie, the physical moves this Pokemon had. Also, I really wanted to point out the change of these stats from base Starmie. That is crazy. Like, if we run the calculation of how many stat points Starmie received with the Mega Evolution, it's above any other Pokemon. No Mega Pokemon has received, up until now that I know of, these many stat points. It's actually insanity. And they made it a mixed attacker. Now, we don't know the ability, but physical attacks. Avalanche, not very good. Double Edge, Fast Side can be decent if this Pokemon gets burned. Frustration, Rapid Spin, Return, Waterfall is probably going to be the best move this Pokemon can have. Bite, Giga Impact, Gyre Ball, Secret, blah blah. You can see it's nothing too crazy. Plus, having to wear a Megastone inevitably makes the physical attack of Mega Starmie worse than the special attack, because people will run Intimidates. And you can see the special attack is just there to get this Pokemon a big help. Because if we take the special attack, we can see already Dazzling Gleam, Grass Knot, Flash Cannon, ignore the Indent powers. Hydro Pump, it's not a move I'm a fan of because it can miss a lot, but it's surely there. Ice Beam, Power Gem, Psychic. Being a Psychic type in 2025 may mean that you are very likely to get Expanding Force, which is one of the strongest moves of this game. And you know how we talked about before that you can compensate for any priority move that can take out Starmie before it can attack despite its speed? Psychic Terrain is one of those. And Expanding Force gets stronger and becomes a double attack on Psychic Terrain, so you can already see where we are going with this Pokemon. Psyshock, in case you need it, in case Xerneas is too free, because Xerneas is definitely coming back. They cannot make a game with Zygarde without Xerneas in Yveltal. Then we have Scald, but Scald got adjusted as the lure set. Very few Pokemon learn this. If anything, this may get Chilling Water, but I'm unsure. Signal Beam, Bug Coverage, perhaps for mirror matches. I don't know. Surface useless. And then Thunderbolt and Thunder and 3 attack if you need it. Then you have Bubble Beam. I don't know why you should play Bubble Beam. And then we have all other moves that are irrelevant. It even gets Zap Cannon. So if you have some weird gravity shenanigan, you can try and play Zap Cannon. I'm dead sure someone will try this. I know it will happen and will bring it to a tournament. I know it will happen. It also gets Icy Wind, which is a very powerful move. Not only it's a good ice coverage, but also lowers the speed in case you need it. Again, in case you need it, because with this speed, you can literally do anything. Literally. You can become a fast support, a fast mixed support and attacker, only a full out attacker. You can do anything you wish for. Literally anything. Now, how do I suggest playing this Pokemon? By the first look, unless this Pokemon has an ability to prevent Intimidate from happening, and thus nerf the massive 140 damage attack stat this Pokemon has, I suggest running this Pokemon, at least for the first times, as such, 252, 252. By the time the meta will get decided as we play more with these new Mega Evolutions, you may find moments of the meta where you are a bit bulkier and you do something like this. 130 special attack is a massive stat. For reference, 130 is the stat of Mega Blaziken, is 1 point lower than Yveltal and Xerneas, is the same special attack stat as Itran, Magnezone, Tapu Lele, Latios, all Pokemon that have proven themselves greatly in the history of BGC, especially Latios. Latios was one of the strongest Pokemon up until Gen 5-6. Tapu Lele was one of the strongest Pokemon in Generation 7. So you can see that this special attack stat has always brought a lot of success to the Pokemon having it. So, depending on how the meta evolves, you should be able to decide whether or not invest in bulk or go full attack on Mega Starmie. If this Pokemon has an ability that prevents attack drops, same thing. You can run it physical and then decide how to spread better depending on the meta. You can even, if you want, make a physical mixed attacker like we did with Salamence. Perhaps you choose a nature that will nerf one of the defenses because at that point you're going full attacker. But as we saw, we do not have amazing physical coverage unless of course Pokémon Legends ZA changes something, and it will change something, because I'm very sure this Pokemon may get a physical attack of any kind that it didn't have before. Because Crater is kinda lacking, I gotta be honest. It only has Waterfall. But staying rooted to what we know now, this is what I'm going to suggest you. First of all, we gotta put Hydro-Pump. I don't like this move, I hope it has a better option, but it's the best we can afford. Then we can give it... I'm gonna put Psychic, but I'm pretty sure it will receive Expanding Force, so pretend this is Expanding Force. Can I even write it? Just like, yeah, I can do this. Then of course you wanna Protect, because if you're going, especially if you're going full attacker, you will be decently frail. You don't want this Pokemon to go down because the value of these offenses is too high, and also you don't want to lose your Mega Evolution because you're only allowed one. As for the last move, we can of course run any coverage that our team needs. Your team suffers, I don't know, Fairy, Flash Cannon. Your team suffers Dragons, Dazzling Gleam. Your team suffers, I don't know, Dragon again, but it's Salamence and Dazzling Gleam doesn't cut it. You have, where is it? You have Ice Beam somewhere. There it is, you have Ice Beam. Okay, You don't like Ice Beam, you can have Icy Wind. So you can have a bit of mixed support if your team overall has a lot of damage outside Mega Starmie, which is something it's heavily suggested. Like only Mega Starmie, and then you have Pokemon that don't do any damage. So Icy Wind is here. You fear other Starmies. You have Signal Beam, as we saw before. Signal Beam, or you can have Thunderbolt. You fear fire types, or I don't know, something else. Power Gem. Like this special coverage on Starmie is massive. The one I suggest the most is probably going to be Ice Beam, because Water type, Expanding Force, Ice Beam, you are already pretty much covering everything this Pokemon needs to cover. Then you can play this Pokemon with support, such as Indeedee female, hopefully, because Follow Me, Helping Hand, yada yada, all of that good stuff. And then you can use the rest of the slots of your team to, I don't know, bring other damage dealers or other supporters. You wanna have steel coverage. Here we have Aegislash. Aegislash is an amazing Pokemon. Does well, doesn't need to be on Trick Room all the time because it's so bulky, but there's also so much damage. You really don't need to support with the speed control. You can put speed control, preferably Tailwind. Any Tailwind setter is going to be amazing with this Pokemon, especially the newer ones, but I'm probably going with, if it's in the game, Whimsicott. Like, you can literally do anything you want with this Pokemon. It's so strong. You literally can do anything you want. Well, not literally. You can do a lot of stuff and a lot of damage. Mega Starmie, despite the goofy looks and despite how meme it can be, I probably made a Metaton meme at the start of this video, but it's not going to be as fun as its memes to be faced with. You can even put an anti-Trick Room Pokemon, and you can instantly fix your Trick Room problem, especially if you are playing Indeedee, Aegislash, and anything else to try and fix your matchup with Trick Room. The world is yours, because, yeah, you literally can do a lot of stuff. Now, it depends what Pokemons are going to be in Pokemon Champions. If Indeedee is in Pokemon Champions, then we may have an archetype here, Mega Starmie Indeedee, which is going to be the faster version Indeedee has ever been played with, because usually Indeedee likes to hang out with Trick Room setters. So, yeah. Really, a Pokemon like this comes very difficult. Given how similar it is to Mega Salamence, I think this Pokemon has the potential to be one of the top 5 Mega Evolutions that come out of Pokemon Legends ZA. And this is already a base of an amazing team. Then you put Incineroar, because it's Incineroar, and then you also have Fire-type and Dark-type coverage. Voila, look how good this team looks. Oh, ready to dominate the oh, beautiful, look at that. You can be the star of the VGC, think about that. Oh, good. Oh boy. This Pokemon is gonna be one heck of a problem. Anyway, that's it for the first video covering one of the new Mega Evolutions. I hope to see you for the rest of the coverage of the new Mega Evolution. If you're interested, you can leave a like and subscribe, because more content is coming, more variety, more Pokemon, more VGC, more Pokemon Champions when it comes out. Please come out soon, I cannot wait anymore. Thank you, goodbye.